I'm Ash. I'm here with Kristy, and she's invited me along to do some yoga, and we're going to smash out a few poses, a few stretches, and just see how we go. Flow. Have a little flow.
For you to do at home if you can't get to the gym or you need a stretch and mobility day.
Awesome.
Good, let's do it.
Let's get started. So we are going to start in child pose. So we have got our big toes together and our knees apart, so as wide as the mat. We're just going to stretch up tall here. Inhale and exhale, hinging at the hips, coming on down. And we're just going to stop here halfway, lift the sit bones and then lower them down towards the heels as we sink our chest and our forehead all the way down towards the floor. We have a full stretch here, so we're stretching from the arms all the way down to the fingertips. So really turn those muscles on there, press firmly into the hands, and you're sinking that chest down towards the floor. So just have a few breaths there in your child pose. We're then going to walk our hands across to the right. So a little side stretch here. So both hands to the right and having that little side stretch of the left side. Walking our hands back to center, have a breath there. And across to the right, left, sorry. Enjoy that stretch on the right side. And back to center. So from here, we are going to come up into downward facing dog. So really important to have strong active arms already. So press, you might need to just wiggle back a little bit just so you're on your mat. So from here, so activate those arms, press those fingers into the floor. We're going to tuck the toes under, come high with the sit bones, up into downward facing dog. So from here, our hemis and back of the legs might feel a little bit tight. Let's walk the dog out here, bending one knee at a time, nice and slow, and just making sure that when we bend our knees are tracking straight with the toes there. So look at your feet, they want to be about hip width apart, so probably in a little bit. Yep, perfect. So you want to sink your chest down towards your toes, so we've got a nice flat back here. So we can definitely have a bend in the knees. We do not have to have straight legs at all. And Kristy's really enjoying that stretch.
So tight.
She's feeling it.
Oh.
Alrighty, so from here, we're going to drop our knees to the floor and meet in tabletop. So as we're in tabletop, our wrists are directly under the shoulders and our hands are shoulder width apart. Our knees are hip width apart and the knees are directly under the hips. Alright, so up into cat. So tucking the chin into the chest, tucking the tailbone into the body and pressing the upper back up towards the sky. And also sucking your belly in towards the spine there. Dipping down into cow, shining the chest forward, sit bones come out behind us. And we're also coming out of the shoulders, so we do not want to be shrugging in, we want to push out. Up into cat, curling the upper back, tucking the chin into the chest, tailbone into the body and lifting the belly up towards the spine. And then dipping down into cow, shining your chest forward. Beautiful. And coming back to a neutral tabletop here. So lengthen that spine here. And we are coming into balancing table, so you might want to move forward onto your mat. We bring our right foot out, dig the toes in, and let's just rock back and forward just a little bit, just to stretch out that calf. Beautiful. Alrighty, we're going to lift that right leg up. So flex the toes down towards the floor. Yep. So really turn on that thigh there. Strong, strong back leg. And zip up that core as well. Strong core. Okay, up with the left arm. So the muscle of your arm to your ear. You're gazing down at your right thumb. So from here, let's inhale and exhale. Under we go. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. stretching out. Strong thigh again. Inhale, exhale, under. Stretching out. One more, inhale, exhale, under. Stretching out. So from here, let's extend that right leg across to the left on the floor. Dig the toes in, and we're going to go left hand to left hip, peel open to the left.
Oh, feels good.
Few breaths here. And undo, back to your tabletop. Let's go left leg, stretching out. So rock back and forward just a few times. Raise that back leg, toes pointing down towards the floor, zip up that core. Up with the right arm, gaze down at your left thumb. Inhale, exhale, under we go. Stretch out, strong thigh. Inhale, exhale, under. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, under. Stretching out. Now we'll bring that left foot across to the right, twisting open to the right. Smooth breath there. Undo. All right, so come back to our tabletop. Top once again. Let's go for thread the needle. So we're going to start with the right arm, lifting up, big stretch open. Inhale. Exhale, threading that arm down and through. You're on your right side of the shoulder. Can your head reach the floor? Perfect, yep. Oh. Yep, bit of a crack. So you can either leave that arm down and you don't get much of a twist. Otherwise you can lift that arm up. I like to go up onto the fingertips and really open that, and it adds more of a twist there, and usually you get a nice little crack like you just did before. And then inhale, up you come. And let's go left side, opening up the left, inhale. Exhale, threading down and through. On that shoulder, on the side of the head. And then yeah, I like to walk my fingertips up and go for a nice twist of the upper back. Or you can just rest your arm there. That's okay as well if that's enough for you. Press into the right hand, up you come. Okay, let's now, we'll just come to kneeling. Okay, so not all of you are going to enjoy this, but we're not going to be here for long. We're just going to go for a simple side opener here. So just place one hand down beside you and up and over, right arm. So you'll feel a beautiful stretch all the way down the side of the right of the body. So you can bend that elbow in towards the body and come down as low as you can. Or you can have a straight arm and just go to there, that's fine. And inhale, come up, swapping sides, up and over. So you could pause, you can come up and back over again if you like. And keep doing that if you like, that movement. And coming back up. Okay, let's now just come into a gentle twist. So we're from here, let's stretch up tall, inhale. And we're just going to twist to the right, bringing your left hand to the outside of your right leg and the right hand just behind onto your back. And just go for a simple twist. Smooth breath. Coming back. Let's go opposite side. Inhale. And exhale, twist into the left. So you're sitting up really tall here, belly into spine. And you're finding a smooth breath. And releasing out. All right, we're going to come up into, we're going to come to lay on your back. So Kristy, go for that. And I can explain. So you're just going to bring your knees into your chest and have a nice little hug here. You can have a rock to either side if you like that. So this does not have to be your tightest squeeze at all. It really doesn't matter. Just whatever feels good. So next we're going to twisting knees. So plant your feet on the floor. So your feet just feel that they're about hip width apart there. And we're simply just going to bring those knees over to the right. That's all we're going to do. So can you bring, yep. Just try, yep. Yeah. So that's all you have to do. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over to the other side. Oh. She's enjoying it. And let's go again. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over to the other side. Maybe this time you can get it down a little bit further. Yeah. Just wherever you're feeling a really good stretch. And inhale up. And last side. Beautiful. Alrighty, so you can come on up now. We're going to find downward facing dog and come into pigeon pose. We'll do downward facing dog first, and then I'll show you another way from tabletop that you can access pigeon pose as well. So let's tuck the toes under. So yeah, we're basically in a tabletop here. Tuck the toes under, come high with sit bones, downward facing dog. Alrighty. So now we're going to bring our right knee down, up towards under your right wrist, and then flatten out that left leg. So you want, a nice angled chin here. So the higher you go, the stronger it is, right? So yeah, that's just like impossible. Okay, so you're here, but if you didn't want to come up into downward facing dog, you can access it from tabletop. So you're just going to bring that knee up, wiggle that foot forward as much as you can. Down you go with that back leg. So that back leg wants to be straight back behind you. So just remember, knee under wrist. Yep, so maybe just walk that up. And if you have the access, you can always come down onto your forearms, if that feels good for you.
I don't.
Beautiful stretch, this one. So good. So you really want to make sure that the sacrum there is level. Yep, that's really good. So yeah, you don't want to be dipping down. Your right sit bone does not want to be on the ground at all. Alrighty, so from here, we're going to tuck the back toes under, press into the hands, come up into downward facing dog, or back to your tabletop. I will do back to tabletop. Alrighty, so this time we're going to bring the left knee under the left wrist. Beautiful. And you can kind of wiggle that ankle up a bit. Make sure that right foot goes straight back behind you. And either stay up on the hands or come down onto the forearms. And enjoy this beautiful stretch. Love it, love it. Just find a few smooth breaths here. Alrighty, you ready?
Yep.
Tuck the back toe under, up we go. Let's just have a breath in down dog. You can walk it out, you can bend the knees again. Walking out the dog. Okay, so from here, let's walk our feet into our hands, and we're going to come into our standing forward fold. So stay folded here. All right, I'm going to go side on so you can see a different angle. Alrighty, so we're in our forward fold. You can just have a bend of the knees a little just to stretch out the back of the legs. Just bending one knee at a time. Yep. Okay, let's grab hold of the elbows here. Drop that head down in the arms. So just imagine that your ears are right in the muscles there. Yeah, yep, that's good. That's really good. And you're just going to find a sway. Bending over to one side. It's kind of like a sway twist. And across to the other. It's going nice and slow. Such a lovely stretch for the lower back, the backs of the legs. And you can release that from there and just drop their head, the crown of their head, all the way down to the floor. Just have a little shake of the neck. Release the neck muscles there. And let's bend the knees and come to stand. Big inhale and exhale. Whew, we might be a bit dizzy, so just have a few breaths there if you're feeling dizzy. Okay, we're actually going to come back down to kneeling. Coming into a lunge, a low lunge. All right, so from kneeling, if you would like a little bit of support under your left knee, pop a towel or a blanket, whatever you need, just for a bit more support, but that's fine. We will be okay.
I think we'll be right.
Yeah, so right foot forward, finding that lunge. So we want a nice right angle with that right leg. Arms either side of that foot. Oh. All right, so we have come into low lunge. We are stretching the groins here. We are stretching the hips. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come into half split here. So straighten that front leg just as much as you can. Just be kind to that hemi. That's a bit tight. Yeah. And back to our lunge. So we can come up onto the fingertips and kind of shine that chest forward and kind of have a straightish back, just so we're not hunched over at all. Remembering belly to spine here. Let's come back into half split, straighten that leg. And this time we can inhale and exhale, maybe fold our forehead down lower towards that knee if we have that space.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay. Come back to your lunge. Let's just come up onto the knee and inhale the arms up. And exhale. Alrighty, so from here we will swap sides. So come back to your kneeling. So when you come back to your kneeling, just make sure that when you're kneeling that you're hip width apart here. We step our foot forward. We just don't want to be foot in line with the knee, otherwise we're not going to have any balance. So we want a little bit of, distance between our heel and our knee there. And let's find a lunge. Now, if you have trouble fitting everything in here, all our lovely bumpy bits, you can always go for your lizard, so having your hands inside that leg as well. So
that's nice too.
Yeah. So either way is absolutely fine. Alrighty, let's go for half split, straighten that leg. Just feel that beautiful stretch, back of the leg. Yeah, you can come up onto the heel if definitely, if that feels good for you. And kind of sink those sit bones back down a little bit more to the floor. Totally whatever feels good. Come back to your lunge. And are we remembering to breathe? We are. Find that half split again. This time we will inhale and exhale. Maybe sink that forehead down a little closer to the knee. Inhale, find that lunge. Come up onto that knee. So really nice tall spine here, shining that chest forward. And let's inhale, arms up. And have a breath here. And coming down. And out from that. All right, let's come down to laying on our back. So you're going to grab hold of your knees and do some nice circles with the knees I'll come down to it. Maybe I'll face this way so they can see here. Yeah. Alrighty, so we're going to lift the legs up. Sorry, still have a bend. Yep. And we're going to draw circles. So you're going to bring the knees in and out and around. So kind of froggy legs, bringing in, out, around. So you're really stretching and opening up those groins. Oh, my knees crack. Let's go opposite direction. Are we crashing into each other?
No, I had to think about it.
Oh. So really squeeze the knees in and push them out. Alrighty, so from here, I think we're just finishing in recline bound angles. So soles of the feet together, dropping the knees out. So just rest the belly here, rest the back. Maybe find a smooth breath here. Hope you've all had a beautiful stretch here. Ah, so nice. So to finish, we're actually going to do our legs up on the chair. You can also do legs up on the wall. So you can scoot your bum all the way into the wall and just have your legs up the wall. And you're going to stay there for about 10 breaths. So Kristy's going to use that chair and I'm going to use this one. So you're just going to place the hands either on your belly or out beside you, palms facing up. And just totally rest here. Just focusing on the breath and nothing else. You can inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth if you choose. Alrighty. So Kristy can stay there if she likes. Okay, well thanks for practicing with us. And I hope you really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Ash.
Oh,
Thank you.
High five.